Hello again, guys. Right, I wanted to make a video of this gold trade because it is such an unusual or interesting trade. Got a lot of stuff going on this chart, but before I go get into the nitty-gritty of this, it's important to remind you that if all you want to trade is a 2B reversal, in other words this pattern here, using the RSI histo, then that's all you need to do. Just draw a descending trend line. I can't stress this enough. And then an ascending trend line connecting a 3 swing trend, swing 1, 2, 3. The minute that breaks that, you've got an uptrend that has broken a resistance level that created the low that broke through this. I hope you're recognizing that pattern now. That's what a 2B reversal is, really. In reality, a descending triangle, that's a descending trend line that's been broken by a trend and confirmed up, which is the H1 confirmation, which is our sort of secret sauce, as it were. And you've got an RSI bust, pullback, break and close. So you don't need to kill yourself with all the technical stuff, but ultimately it's there. I can't unlearn this stuff, and it's important for me to mention it. But please don't get put off. Learn the descending and ascending trend line trading, learn how to use the RSI, see how often it works, and then you could probably work backwards and see if one failed, because you should be demoing for at least 6 months, a year, maybe even 2 years before you go with live money, in my opinion. So if you get these failures, then you can learn from the failures, and you'll see it's most likely failed because you didn't wait for the 3 candle reversal, because you chose the simpler method, if you like. So you can reverse engineer all this stuff. Okay, try not to get overwhelmed by the technicalities at this stage. So back to this trade. What we've got going on here, firstly on the H1, is an H1 reversal. That's the we need to go on the candles, don't we? Apologies. That's the ultimate low, that's the penultimate low. The H1 reversal technically was there, that level there, but this high and this high were above that high, so we don't want to. If this hadn't reversed through them, we would be trading straight into those levels. Again, it might well work. You can rely on the RSI histo, but it's less technical, if you like, less precise if you don't if you just use the RSI now. But having said that, the RSI is a new addition to relatively new, 7 or 8 months now, I guess, addition to what I do, and it's I should imagine it's 90% as powerful as a 3 candle reversal. I haven't worked out the stats, but I'm happy. It complements the 3 candle reversal almost, 10 out of 10, as it were. So we have a situation here where we've got a 3 candle reversal through H1 support. This, now we go to the M30 chart. Oh, while I'm here, H1, we've got that massive scenario with the change from oversold to massively, change of bar size. That's a good strong move as well. But the difference is these low. If you've got that sort of scenario where, suppose this was oversold, and then you've got that bar there. I've talked about this many times, so I won't dwell on it too much. But that is a massive bullish sign. So M30 now starts to explain some of these other levels. We have got before my trade, we broke a support level here. So ideally, we could have scalped up to that level. This trade is over 85 pips, by the way. So gold is crazy, but when it moves, providing you've got all your analysis correct, you're good to go. So at no point on the M30 should we have considered a trade. If you want to just be safe and continue to wait for the proper format, H1 reversal, pullback, and or M30 confirmed up here as well, pullback continuation, but I wasn't prepared to get into that trade until this level had been pushed through. Could have scalped to it, but I wasn't around then. I was doing the horses. Another thing to notice here, we've got when I entered, we've got a massive resistance level that's created this final part of this trend down, broken and closed through. Again, that support level, remember support will tend to act as, my dog is annoying me, I'm going to have to pause there, apologies. Sorry about that. Right, yeah, don't get bogged down with all these technicalities, but it's worth mentioning them to you because as we're all at different stages in the understanding of this. Which can keep you out of a good trade, of course, but after 12 years of studying this exact method, I've learned so much that you can't unlearn it. So what else have we got on this chart? Oh, well, that line chart, back to that, we've got this 3 swing trend reversal as well here. Low, high, high, low. Once that high is broken by price, that is a good trend reversal. All the other stuff, old resistance here, used as new support as I talked about. So we've trended through an old downtrend, and this bit is the important part. We must use old valid resistance that's created a new low, as new support. That's you can use, I like to use the supply and demand analogy as well, because that sort of puts the view of real selling and real buying going into your thought processes. So supply has run out and demand has come into the market. There is no more selling power anymore, and we've just got the buyers have moved into the market. They've overpowered them, if you like, or if you want to put it simply, the manipulation by the algorithms has finished. So back to the chart. Target obvious R1 test through the daily pivot. Big powerful move because of all this accumulation. The H1 led the way. We've talked about that support being broken, which is another additional excellent move. The reason I took this longer was because the power was in it. This was what gave me the indication that we were ready to have a massive move to the long side. Well, massive for me, 85 pips is not to be sneezed at. So what else is on there? What else did I see? Oh, divergence, good old divergence there. Lower lows making higher lows, so everything was screaming, please trade me long. So hopefully I've covered everything on this one that I wanted to. As I say, don't be frightened of all the levels on here. It's all about just understanding support, resistance and trends. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.